Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is going to be our first GTA 5 video in a long time. Today's video is going to be another stock market video. I've said video way too many times. I'm going to be doing a stock market challenge. I want to see how long it takes in game to make $100 million. Now, of course, this is all relative. If you start with 2 billion, it'll take you a shorter period of time, or should take you a shorter period of time than if you start with 10 million. But my challenge today is going to be how fast can I make 100 million. Now you'll see here, if we go with that, I have 497 million. We'll round that up to 500 million. So I'm going to have to make a 20% return. How long in game will it take me to make a 20% return? If you want to try this yourself at home, take this challenge on, see how long it takes you to make a 20% return, 30% return. See if the amount of time that I took, you made less money or less of a return or more of a return. I don't know. It's quarantine time. I'm going a little bit crazy, getting a little bit bored. If you are too, might as well try it out. If you do enjoy this video, please drop a like. And if you are new, please subscribe. Both of those things would be very, very much appreciated. But like I said, we're starting off with around 500 million. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use the two methods from my other video on the channel. If you haven't checked that out, feel free to go check that out. Before I got into this, I was looking at some of the stocks that are looking pretty bad, and Life Invader right now is at rock bottom. If you watched that video, 5 days or more of negative growth is what you want to look for, and this one's way down at negative 41%, which is perfect. So we're going to buy into this. We're going to put all of our money into it. Of course, I'm not going to show you this full thing because that would be a waste of your time. I'm going to cut it up, but I will mark all the time periods by our phone. So I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute, but let's put all of our money into this first. Let's get it going. I haven't been on this game in a long time, so I'm feeling rusty with it, but we should have everything perfect. What I'm going to do the first method of my one video on how to make money in GTA 5. Like I said, if you haven't checked that out, feel free to check that out. It is currently Sunday at 12:30 p.m. because this is midday. So Franklin, I believe, sleeps for 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe he's 12 hours. I can't remember. I will have to see. That dog is adorable. Let's move through here. I'm going to show you my absolute sweet whip that I had from before. Look at this thing. It is, I don't know what kind of, that's the beater I took here, but yeah. Anyways, I'm going to stop wasting your time. I'm going to cut to the point that we have some profit, and I'll show you exactly what I did with the stock. And I'll make an account of how long it took for me to make that 100 million. Just in case you don't know, saving the game by sleeping is probably the fastest way you could do it. So what I'm going to do, that's my initial save file. I'm going to go to a second save file just as a backup, because if anything goes wrong, I might as well have the original one with my original amount of money. So yeah, I'll get back to you when we have some nice profit. So our first sign of growth, 3%, which is 16 million, comes at, what day is it today? I've been just saving. So it is Wednesday at 2:30. So it has been 2 days. They're bugging me, and also I have some money from one of my businesses, I guess. So that happened. But yeah, so 3% so far in 2 in-game days. Not bad. It's probably taken me about 5 minutes in real time. So okay, so we went back in. We saved once again, and we're at 9.25%. Halfway almost to our end goal. So I'm going to save this once again, and we're going to repeat the process. Okay, so we are down to 7.03, and I'm not going to take the chance. Also, I want to show that it works for more than one stock. So we're going to sell at our 9.25%. We'll go back to that in a second, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so I loaded back into our save file with 9.25%, and sometimes this will happen. So a little tip, if you didn't already know, when you load back into a save file, sometimes things change. So in this in this case, it actually changed in our favor, but sometimes it won't. So another thing you may do is you may put a set amount, like, hey, I want to wait for the stock to get to 10%. You see you get to 10%, boom, sell, move on, because as soon as you save that and then load it up, it can change. So what we're going to do, we're going to sell all. And now we are at 549 million. Remember, we started with 497, so we still have 51 million to go. So what I'm going to do, once again, I'm going to go back to the market. I could rinse and repeat. I could take this Life Invader and try to change it. But of course, everything is down quite a few things are down right now. So instead, we're going to take the Augury Insurance, which, like I said before, if it's on its up and then it's going down, we don't want that. So we're actually going to go back. Can I do B button? No, I haven't played this game so long. We're going to check out the Cluck & Bell. Cluck & Bell has had a steady decline. So what we're going to do, we're going to buy into Cluck & Bell, and then we are going to save quite a few times. So this time, it should be easier because now 10% is not 50 million. 10% return is going to be 55 million. So we are going to see how things go. It's obviously exponential, if you know what I mean by that, but I'm going to buy all of this stock, or as much as the stock as we possibly can, hoping that in the next sell, or the next time we sell our stock, it will be for the total of 600 million, which is our goal. Okay, so quickly, I just want to show you something, and this is one reason why you want to make sure you have that backup save. So I have one that I could go back to, and we're going to be in the positive, still at a 550 million or whatever. But here we are at a negative 7%, so we're almost just going backwards to where we started. Now, you may be asking, how does this happen? This is most likely because I bought the stock too early. It had not fully declined yet. So make sure you watch out for that. Even though it showed negative growth, maybe I should have looked at the numbers better and seen an even lower or steeper decrease. I'm sorry if I said growth before I meant decrease. I should have looked for a steeper decrease that would have demonstrated the fact that the stock has been low for a while. So just a heads up for anybody out there that's wondering. So I decided to make the executive decision to go back to where we were before and start over because we were at negative 10%. And like I said, negative 10% with the 550 million is now 55 million, not 50 million. So it goes both ways. And I decided, no, let me not waste my time and subsequently yours. So let's go for a better stock so that you guys can understand. So here, they're on a lower increase. I'll show you even more in depth of what we could be looking at. So currently this stock is at $7. A high is $9. The average is $8.24, and the low is $7.06. So currently this is rather the lowest it's probably going to go. As you'll see here, average change percentage is 14.31. Currently, this is at negative 14.31. So we can assume that it most likely has hit its rock bottom. And if it does go back up, we'll get a few percent. Now, I'm not going to rush into anything. Let's just head over to homepage again. Oh, sorry, to the markets again. Go over to average change. Let's look at the next one. Cluck & Bell, we already know, is not a good one. Radio Los Santos, they have had a huge hit. So their high is $70 a share. Their low is 55. They're currently at 55, so it's their lowest low. Average changed, so I guess that's just essentially what that average is there. And then the last average is $63. So currently it's 55. You can probably expect it to get back to 63. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold out on this one again. And you may be saying, why are you wasting our time? I promise I'm not wasting your time. I'm just showing you the sort of the check boxes you should be going through. Once again, this stock here is pointless because it just started going down. So there's a good chance that it can continue. Let's go back to markets, hijack. Now this one's a better one. This one's been going down for quite some time. It is at $14. The high is $17. So we could maybe get like a 5% return out of this if we really save. So the average is $15, which is just above what we have. So we're actually gonna lay off of that because we'll probably make about 2-3%. No point in that. Now, as you'll see, as I'm refreshing this page, things are gonna change. So let's go over to Gold Coast. Gold Coast has been doing pretty poorly recently, but it's only been over the past few days. I think we got pretty lucky off of our first stock, to be 100% honest. Let's look at a different one. Let's make sure we keep relatively close to the ones that aren't doing well whatsoever. This is pretty low. It looks like it's on the up and up. So its high is 83. That's the 73 is that. The average is 79, but if you think about it, that's $7. $6 is around 10%. What we'll do, we'll buy into this one. We'll try this one out and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm just doing this to see how long it takes for me to do it. We started at 525. It is now 556. So it has been around. I can't speak. It has been around 30 minutes since we started. We've made 50 million. This is clearly not the most productive way of doing things, but or efficient way of doing things. But it is what it is. If you haven't checked out my other videos already, there is one where we destroy vehicles and cars are vehicles, destroy vehicles and whatnot, and you actually force the stock market to dip. So that is most certainly a faster way of doing things. And if you want to try that out, you could, but I just thought that it would have taken more time to do that, but I guess I was wrong. I guess it's actually going to take more time to do this method. So is what it is. Let's get back to our bed here. I believe Franklin sleeps for like 8 hours or whatever, so that is his timeline. But yeah, I'll see you guys when we see some profit. Okay, so I saved again. It is the same price, so I'm not going to chance it. We're going to sell all, and now we're at 575 million. We started at 497 million, so we only have 25 million more to go, another 5%, actually less than that at this point. So that is what we are going to work towards. So let's go back to the markets and let's look at what is down and what we can invest in to guarantee us some profit. I can't speak in this video. So in this one might be a little bit promising. We started up here. We look at a high of $135. We have a low of 110. So this is currently its lowest price yet, and an average of 124. So I'm saying that's a pretty good return. 14 bucks is around 10% of this thing, so just over that. So that is not bad. The last average is 124, yeah. So what we're gonna do, let's go into this one. This one may be a little bit more risky simply because we only have like 4 days of negative growth, but we're gonna go, or sorry, negative growth of decline. I guess it's negative growth too, but we're gonna pour all of our money into this. And like I said before, or like I did before, we have a backup save file. So if this market doesn't work or this stock doesn't work, then we'll just redo it and go from there. Okay, so once again, it dropped to 10%, negative 10%. So I'm gonna go back into our previous load or save file, whatever you want to call it, load it up, and then we are gonna restart and choose a new stock. Unfortunately, this has happened twice, but it's gonna happen sometimes. It is what it is. This game is not a perfect market. It doesn't act like a normal market would in the real world because there's no data to base our projections off of. But yeah, anyways, enough, finance talk. I'll show you when I resell the stocks from our previous save, and then we move on. Okay, so now that we are back in action, let's get back to the markets here with our 500. And actually, when I came back and loaded in and sold off the stocks, it was like a 0.3% increase actually. So from the Go Postal that we had before, or whatever it's called, whereas it was somewhere in here. So yeah, we made like $1 million, which is cool. Like I'll take that any day of the week. So let's double check and see what's going on here. So Richards Majestic, this may be a gold mine. So its low is 31. It's on the rise again. The high is $72 and the average is 44. So $15, 50% just to get back to the average price. So you know what? I'm going to go for it, and I'm just going to save as many times as I need to. If it keeps on going down, I couldn't care less. I'm going to save for 20-30 minutes straight real time until this goes back up and gets us like, I don't know, a fat return. We'll just see. Okay, so I loaded back into the game, and I'm going to take this opportunity while I can. Boom, done. We are actually $10 million over what we originally wanted. So really, we had an 11%, $110 million return. We started with 497 million. We're at 607 million. What time is it right now? It is currently 6:37, so it has been just over an hour worth of this. I obviously did not do it in the most efficient way possible. I also didn't use the second method, which forces the market into a decline, so you will know right away that you are going to make profit. Here I was just playing it off, which one looks the best, let's invest in it. Oh, it didn't work out, let me switch it up. So it definitely took longer. Let me know how long it took for you to make a 20% return. Technically for us, what was that, 20? I guess I was like 22, 23%. I don't know. I don't want to do the math, but we made around a 20% return. Let me know. Yeah, let me know how you did, and And also, if you started with the same amount as me, how long did it take for you to make that return? That's another thing I want to see. How long did it take if you have the free time and if you're willing to during quarantine? I hope you did enjoy this video. Like I said before, please drop a like. That'd be very, very much appreciated. And do subscribe if you were interested in more content from me. If you'd like to see a little series of road to $1 billion, how long it will take for us to get to $1 billion, feel free to let me know. Or if you want to see me live stream again, I used to live stream back in the day, feel free and let me know in the comment section down below. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.